They're gonna kill the love of my life. Casey! If I don't go back to what I was doing.
This Friday.
Our line of work is quite brutal and quite ruthless.
How far would you go for love?
You steal truck, bring it to me. Then you make your money.
Is it dangerous?
Of course it's dangerous!
Nicholas Hoult, Felicity Jones, with Ben Kingsley and Anthony Hopkins.
All this trouble, all this pain, for love.
Collide. In theaters Friday. Rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, hey, hey. We're on the air.
Hey.
All right. Hey, we're on the air. So let me play this intro.
What up, all you social media lights? This is Yellow Blues Radio. Yeah, This is Kaos Damoufpiece, Dixon, one of your hosts. And we got Kiwi So motherfucking Pretti in this bitch. You know, yeah. Hey, what's up? We have the other host. I'm Kiwi So Pretti. We have the other host, Miss Elle Chantelle. Also known as Elle Chantelle. Yes, yes. So what we're going to be talking today about is the effect of how youth is raised and the music, how it affects the youth and how they're raised and how they dress, how they treat others. So we have your host here. Topic MC, are you on the line? All right. Well, so we also have some selection of music that we're going to play for you today. We're going to have a great show. All right, let's get it started. With our first musical selection, we have Rich Homie Quan, Flex.
Hey. Oh. Daddy up. Daddy up. Daddy up. Daddy up. Daddy up. Walked in, 30,000 in my pocket, had them niggas just like, ooh. $50,000 on your bill, wanna fuck me, gotta screaming like, ooh. Cause I got a check, nigga wanna flip, I ain't got a flip, but I got it, ooh. Get that hoe some mix, she gon' wanna sit, every nigga in the set, now she screaming like, ooh. How much you made? Made $2 million off of me, tell you how I'm fucking like, ooh. They tried to drop me with a case, but you know I hadn't skated. I was singing like, ooh. I swear, nigga. Boy, I know my role and I play it. I do. If you heard that I'm talking, then I said it. I did. Quan, where you at? At the top of the loft, nigga, I stay. I'm a bad boy, but I don't wear big clothes like me. In the club, and a nigga did it boppin'. And that hoe, she want a free drink, tell the bitch to get up off it. Hey, I'm the nigga to get it poppin'. Her hair short like Denny Rock. At the clip point, nigga, we flyin'. When I landed, boy, I walked in, 30,000 in my pocket, had them niggas just like, ooh. $50,000 on your bill, wanna fuck me, gotta screaming like, ooh. Cause I got a check, nigga wanna flip, I ain't got a flip, but I got it, ooh. Get that hoe some mix, she gon' wanna sit, every nigga in the set, now she screaming like, ooh. How much you made? $100,000 just in 2 days. I don't fuck with niggas cause they two-faced. I only fuck with bitches for that toupee. These adventures, I ain't worried about no new. Know the bitch you got a set, and she always got my back. So I love that shit the most. I'm her big dog and she my cat, and she love it front or back. Call her green cause she hungry. I wear glasses cause I know these niggas watching. They mad cause they cannot stop me. But stopping it not an option. I can't help it cause I got it. Don't wait time, I got shit, watch it. Talking Rolex, yeah, I bought them. Now I'm at the top, started from the bottom. Then I walked in, 30,000 in my pocket, had them niggas just like, ooh. $50,000 on your bill, wanna fuck me, gotta screaming like, ooh. Cause I got a check, nigga wanna flip, I ain't got a flip, but I got it, ooh. Get that hoe some mix, she gon' wanna sit, every nigga in the set, now she screaming like, ooh. How much you made? $100,000. How much $1,000. How much you made? Made $2 million off of me. Tell you had them for like, ooh. Hey, get that.
Oh yeah. That was Rich Homie Quan with Flex starting it off. So we have our host going today. We're talking about music and how it affects our youth, how they're raised, how they dress, how they treat others. And, you know, we're going to just talk about how youth is coming up these days. I mean, what do you think about that? I feel like youth are coming up and listening to the music, and then they're basing their life off the music and sometimes they listen to the music more than they listen to parents. So, you know, what do you guys think right now? And then we're going to let some callers call in and see what they think about how music is affecting maybe them at their youth, or maybe affecting people around them that they know. What do you guys think about how youth is being affected by music right now?
I think that it's a negative effect, but I can't say that it's no more different, but, you know, when our parents were coming up, you know, their parents thought that they were being affected by music, but I think that things have gotten a little bit more vulgar, and so, you know, there's a lot of disrespect. There's not a very high value of human life. You know, everybody is a bitch or a hoe or a nigger, you know.
Right.
And you know, that's not the message that you should be sending the youth. But, you know, what are the real resolutions? You know, is it the parents' fault, or is it their responsibility solely, or is there some, you know, responsibility that the artist should take? You know? Well, I definitely think that there should be a responsibility towards the audience. The artist. Excuse me. Because they have to think about their kids when they come up. You know, if they just don't care, then that's just how it is, and they won't take any responsibility for themselves. But you're right. You're totally right. Each generation has some type of problem with the music and that was being displayed, because each and every generation had a different thing that they had to worry about. But I can truly say that hip hop, when it first really began in the 80s, hip hop was way different than what it is now. You know, it's not even, I can't even call this hip hop. It's just pretty much rap, because hip hop is a culture. Right. I'm saying what it is today is an extended culture of the hip hop, but it's not quite like it was. You know, so now all you get, it might have been more subliminally talked about in music back then. You know, but now it's so vulgar, like you said about the how people, they talk about sex. They really glorify sex and disrespect women and all kinds of things in music today, you know. And I'm not saying that it wasn't done before, you know, because even back then, you know, back in the days of when my mom was coming up, it was just more subtle, you know. Right. And they had issues back then with it. So each generation and each time span is different, and you just have more to worry about now because everything is so open and free. You know, it's not a hard censor anymore on the radio. Right. And you know, I think it's two sides to the artist taking responsibility, because if you notice, you know, if you do have lyrics of substance, you know, you're not glamified like, you know, those people like Rich Homie Quan. Like, think about Common. He got a very, 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 you know, he gave a very respectful speech at one of the most recent award shows, you know, and it was around the time when a lot of the, when I want to say Freddie Gray was strangled by the police officers, and so, you know, he he has never been really glorified or glamified, or however you want to say it. He has never been put on a pedestal like, you see some of these other people whose lyrics are really, kind of, a whole lot vulgar, maybe have less substance. They only talk about sex, drugs, and money. So it's harder for artists to come out on a hip-hop level and really rise to the top. Like, they have to put in, you know how long Common's been in the game?
Oh, yeah, very long time.
Yeah, Common's been in the game. He's an original, and that guy deserves the respect. Masterpieces do take time, but, think about this, how discouraging it is if you don't make the money that these people who are disrespecting, women and talking about sex money and drugs, as opposed to the people who actually talk about something that young kids can learn from.
Right.
And then on top of that, not on top of the fact that they don't make the same amount of money, it's like they're looking at it like it's kind of up to us to raise our kids. They are our kids.
Yeah,
so,
that's totally true. It is up to us as adults to raise our children. And there is a responsibility, but to the artist as well. But like the sole responsibility, the main responsibility should be ours as adults.
Yeah.
Now, also, I think that a lot of these children or the youth of today don't even know they know what the words are saying, but they don't know what they mean. And
they don't.
They're just listening to the beat, and the thing sounds cool to say, and so now they're into it, and there's no substance in it, or what it is in there is a bunch of stuff that's going on around them. They see it every day, and so they feel like they relate to it. But once it gets really, 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 really deeply involved in it, then they can see that a lot of that stuff doesn't even matter. And that part will come from what we teach our children. So we could teach them at home so that when they go out there in the streets or they hear that music, they know that don't necessarily apply to them,
Yeah,
or you know what I'm saying? So I would like to hear from some of the youth, if they're out there. I have a couple of questions for them if they would like to answer. Do we have any callers?
All right. We don't have any callers right now. We're going to go into another song, and then we're going to get the callers on after this next musical break, okay? So what we have next on is You Watching Me. Don't forget, you can call in to 347-989-8530. Yellow Blues Radio. You Watching Me.
What up, all you social media lights? Just that Yellow Blues music. The Mouthpiece Entertainment, baby. Yep. Lately I've been on this little social media kick. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, yeah. When you meet somebody, sometimes it's a hit. Other times you just need to quit. Check it out. Lately I've been on Facebook looking for a friend. Found one, got one. What to do needs. I hit her in her inbox for combos on the low. Let her know I'm thinking about her. Give a little call. Upload your pictures. Let me tell you what I think. Maybe you should let me take you out for some drinks. Girl, I like your stash. Should I come and let me think? Inbox another message. Smiley face with a wink. I know you've been watching me, and girl, I'm watching you too. And maybe we should stop playing games and go do what we gonna do. Your beauty plus your sexiness, I'm usually not impressed. But lady, there's something about your style that makes me feel fresh and make me say, ooh, 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 ah.
got me kinda open, boo. I can't even lie. I see you change your profile picture, must admit she kinda fly. And the mouthpiece be my weakness. Up late night, so I'm sleepless. Ask me if it's yours, I say wrap it up and keep it. And you ain't even touching me, but we on for those drinks. I say we here to your park, sit down, whole place to ourselves. Little wine again, let me hold you up for this, and if it's something you can handle. I know you've been watching me, and girl, I'm watching you too. I've been watching you too. Maybe we should stop playing games and don't do what we don't do. Your beauty plus your sexiness are usually not impressed. Lady, there's something about your style that makes me feel refreshed. And make me say, ooh, you,
All right. That was You Watching Me by Kaos Damoufpiece and Kiwi So Pretti. So, like I was saying, we have some callers on the line. 8365, phone number ending in 8365. You are live. You have a question for us? Number ending in 8365. You have a question for us? Yellow Blues Radio?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
you have
good.
a question for Yellow Blues Radio?
Yeah. How do you guys feel about how music is today in the rap hip-hop industry?
Repeat yourself, sir?
How do you guys
What was the
feel
question?
about how the music is now in the rap hip-hop industry?
To be honest, this is Elle Chantelle. To be honest with you, I kind of grew up on rap and hip hop, so I still listen to it, but because I'm a little bit older now, it is a lot vulgar. It's a lot more. Well, I can't say that it's not as vulgar, but I think that it does talk a lot more about like sex and drugs. You know, I think everybody has kind of talked about money and wanting to have it and wanting to get it. You know, like, because when you came out, when they had a lot of underground, you know, music coming out, you know, people all they sang about was, you know, trying to make some money off this rap game, the hip-hop game. And so now it's just kind of like it's a lot of twerk music, you know, and
right.
So, you know, I still like it because it's what I grew up on, but because I'm growing up, it's kind of like, you know, I kind of have to shy away to some of it because I can't relate to it anymore.
Right. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think that music is going to a more of a dance and more of a vulgar type of stance for youth. Well, more like than it was before in like back in the day, if you would say. But I do think that music is going to a different type of era, and it's making the youth think of the way they're living or what they're doing in a whole different way. Instead of being like dancing apart from each other, now everybody's dancing all close up on each other, just for instance.
Yeah, caller.
Okay.
How do you feel about? What are your thoughts on the music now?
Well,
caller, your Honda hair.
All right. Well, I guess the caller is gone. Thank you for your question, caller. We appreciate it. All right, we have another caller on the line, 4514. You are on the line live with Yellow Blues Radio.
Honda Harris.
That sounds like me.
4514. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Do you have a question for us?
Well, no, I was just listening to, your conversation with your audience, and I agree with a lot of things you guys are saying, that it is a lot vulgar, music, I love it. And it's really, it's really perfect to hear your young grandkids, singing the music, but they don't have a clue what it means at all. But they're singing it,
Exactly.
They pick up on it really fast. They know the words and everything. And then when you ask them, do you understand what you're really saying? They don't have a clue. That bothers me. Bothers me a lot. So I think that's about the only thing I have to say, and it really does. And it has changed a lot.
Right, that's true. Well, thank you for calling in. We appreciate your feedback. All right, we're going to go into one last song for the evening, and then we'll take some more questions or comments or anything for the other callers that we have on the line. Right now we have the T. Wayne Nasty Freestyle.
Yeah. Sororo, you know what it is, right? Who Ricky Wayne the mixtape? You feel me? Yeah. First, let me hop out the motherfucking Porsche. I don't want it if that ass don't sit like a horse. I be ballin' on these niggas, got me feeling like sports. Dash got so much wood, I could build me a fort. Ain't too many things I ain't done yet. I'm the king of this shit, crowned by the toilet. I'm just barely getting started, you already upset. Got a tiger as a pet, I just took him to the very homie, I been making hits. I'm the rap Derek G to let you bitch ride on me like she was on the feeder. If the pussy ain't good, then I probably won't feed her. Little homie, you can keep her, cause I really don't need her. I ain't worried about feet, so homeboy, use the pee on. Toilet seat, ass nigga, man, I swear you getting peed on. Man, my jury's so cold, I walk around with the heat on. My alarm clock set, just in case they wanna sleep on. I'm a full-time player, hopping out an alligator, sipping lean annihilator, homie, I'll annihilate you. If you think you wanna battle, you gon' have to pay some paper. I just hit her and I quit her, I would never ever date her. It's the same how I'm barely getting love in the city, travel to another town, you can bet they fucking with me. I be killing this shit, pray to God they forgive me. They say when you blow up, don't forgive me. Man, I've been on fire ever since they made the lighter. My boys will pull up on your homie, I ain't talking diapers. Walking to your function on point, I'm like a sniper. My girl bad like Days Low, so don't try. Flexing now you over homeboy, you ain't ready. 10 times sharper than Michael Marvin said it. Been about the money, I ain't worried about the fame. About to have everybody saying who is Ricky Wayne. That me.
All right, that was T. Wayne Nasty Freestyle. All right, so welcome back, Yellow Blues Radio. Today we've been talking about music and how it affects our youth. So we have some more callers on the line. We're taking questions. Caller 9941, you are live on the air. You have a question for us?
It's not a question, but I don't know how in like the earlier ages how music was, but now like I like to get crunk and dance and stuff and like show out a little bit and stuff like that.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad to see that music still has a happy effect on people. Because what's your name, caller?
Darion.
Okay, Darion. This is Kaos Damoufpiece, and I grew up in hip hop in the earlier days, and hip hop was fun, and it was about dancing and break dancing and all of that. It was a whole culture. So for you to feel the same way that we felt and wanting to, just have fun doing what we do and not get any backlash from it, because we had to fight for this music. We really did have to fight for it. It was banned in so many different ways. We had parties, we get broken up, break dancing and rapping, and we were just expressing ourselves. So music, I think, as a whole, is about expression, and it's a way of life, and you should never lose what you feel, that happiness that you feel in music. So keep dancing and keep getting crunk and showing out like that, as long as it's in a positive way.
Oh, yeah, keep turning up in a positive way. That's what I'm talking about. All right, thank you for your comment. I appreciate that, or we appreciate you calling in. All right, we have number ending 5110. Do you have a question or a comment for us today?
Yeah, I have a question. My question is, what artist inspired you to become involved with hip hop? And what is your favorite album of all time?
Okay. You want all of the?
And it's a three-piece question.
Okay.
The last question is, what is your ultimate goal at the end of your career?
At the end of our career, I guess I always look at the end as something that's final. So I don't know at this point what the end will bring except for death. So I don't know, because I'm going to keep going until I can't go no more as far as that goes. But as far as the other parts of your question, some of my favorites are the older school cats like Run DMC. They just did a hip-hop show out in Houston, and from what I understand, they still rocking the bells, and LL Cool J, and my favorite hip-hop artists on the West Coast, which we got a lot of negativity. We got outcasts from, being a part of hip-hop, which was not fair because it was our expression, too, So it was more like Ice Cube and Dr. Dre, NWA, and all them. That's E40, one of my favorites. Right. Oh, my God, And then later to come was Mystical. And, so my favorite of all time, hip-hop album, it's hard to say. It's so many of them. Probably some of those same artists that I just named. So, Run DMC, Rock the Bells, not Rock the Bells, My Adidas and Walk This Way and all of that stuff. Those were some of the classics, I can go even further back than that. I can go back to Curtis Blow and, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five and all of those. Now, these kids, some of these kids don't even know about that,
Oh, no, of course not.
Right.
That's when on house parties, were safe. That was the safest place for you to be, was at a house party.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, my favorite artists were Queen Latifah, and I wasn't really into hip hop, but nowadays I'm more into hip hop. But I had some of the same similar favorite artists, and this Kiwi So Pretti talking right here, and I had some of those same similar artists. But yeah, it all. And Lil Wayne, that was my favorite hip-hop artist of all time. We have about 30 seconds left of the show, and I'm glad that everybody called in. I'm glad that we had a great show, and we're going to do a final wrap-up of everything about what we talked about. And for the most part, it's basically music it will always influence life at any time. All right? Thank you for listening.
All right. Kaos Damoufpiece. Peace.
Elle Chantelle.
Yes.
Oh, shoot, I should have said something before the 10 seconds left because we're not even on the air no more.
Oh, that's because you took the